Eva was brought to our attention by Barry King, a UFO investigator for London UFO Studies. I interviewed him in the Bases series in Bases 1 and Bases 2. He describes tremendously important information about programmable generated life forms relating to World War II, but in British bases in Berkshire. This is Barry King's statement in an email as of July 2012. There is not much to this, of course, and it's nigh impossible to corroborate, as the files concerning the operation are to remain locked until 2046. Yes, one of the 100-year locks, as were many from World War I. I can only give you the info I know from seeing partially blacked out files, word from senior personnel within the intel services, and from what little my dad told me in strict confidence over the years.
At the closing stages of World War II, my dad, in the Royal Engineers, was part of the Allied units that liberated one of the concentration camps. From there, his unit and an American unit were given a top-secret operation to complete. This was initiated after certain intel was forthcoming from a top-level Nazi officer. The operation was to locate and secure a particular Nazi R&D facility deep within Germany. The facility was located and found to be very hastily abandoned, as files, documents, papers, etc. were scattered everywhere. The Allies found also bodies of beings not looking of human origin and the remains of an unusual aircraft. No details are available, as this was blacked out, and I was told I was not privy to this level of information.
There you go. Take it or leave it. I can add that my dad was injured somehow during this time and was shipped home after a delay due to the sensitivity of the operation he was involved in. Barry King, July 2012. So this is evidence that during World War II, both the British, the Nazis and the Americans were involved with non-human beings, and specifically the Nazis were involved with non-human beings in concentration camps or camps of some form or other, and the biological interference or experimentation on prisoners of war or prisoners in those camps by the Nazis. This means that the Nazis were involved with aliens at least during World War II, and probably, as we now understand, with Marconi during the 1930s. So yes, the Germans had ETs in the concentration camps. So the British and Germans were mixed up with non-human beings during World War II. If you go back to Bases 1, it now makes more sense. This means the Germans were dealing with ETs before the war. This links Marconi and the broadcasting we know of today. Thus a direct link with broadcasting, ETs and accessing of human consciousness. This is important because there is a link between the ETs and the broadcasting that we are being broadcasting since Marconi, since the 1920s, since the start of broadcasting. The non-Tesla broadcasting. Remember, Tesla was broadcasting out of the solar system. He claims to have had replies from his 40 times the speed of light signals. So the reasons why those experiments were being conducted are part of what Eva has to say. With thanks to Barry King for bringing Eva into the public domain, here we have in great detail, over some hours, Eva Zemanova. So now we go to Prague and introduce Eva. This is Basis 16, and this is Miles Johnston reporting.